I'm sure there's another name for this method, but I like to refer to it as inside out because you'll be making your applique and then turning it inside out. I like to use this with a circular shape as it's much easier to turn because there's no points or crevices. It's also a great method for teaching kids to sew as they just have to follow the line. You will need a background fabric and then 2 fabrics for the applique. One will show and the other will be hidden. I usually like to use the same fabric for both the front that shows in the hidden part, but for this video I'll be using 2 different fabrics to make it easier for you to follow along. I've traced my pattern on the back of this fabric. I've put right sides together and I've pinned. I'll take this over to the sewing machine and stitch. I've sewn all the way around this heart following that line. I used a regular stitch length. And now I can trim this about 1/4 of an inch. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to eyeball that as I go around. I'll pull this heart apart. I want to get that background fabric pulled away. Make a snip in it. This will be where I'll turn the heart inside out. Before I turn it inside out though, I need to snip into this crevice. I like to trim some of this fabric off on that point. Let me turn this inside out. You might want to use a knitting needle or something like that to help poke that point out. When you're all done, you want to take this over to the ironing board and press. Sometimes I like to use my finger, my nail, sort of finger press down that seam. I don't know, I think it helps make it a little bit easier when you go to press. Here's my pressed applique, and now I'm ready to center this on my background fabric. I can stitch this down by hand, by machine, or I could add some fusible on the back of this for a quick fix. Hope you'll try out this method. For more quilting videos, visit learnhowtoquilt.com.